We had to break it down slowly. All right. So let me roll it. Let me roll it. And then we'll go slowly through it. All right. Watch right in this area here. Watch them too. All right. Going to work. Now, Jewel Lloyd throws a bow first. Boom. Right there. Then boom. That goes Salon knocking her clean out, man. Knocking her clean out. Now, granted, she got a flagrant 2 on this one. A flagrant 2. She got kicked out of the game for this one, fam. She got kicked out of the game. Now, it looked like Jewel Lloyd was retaliating here. I don't know if y'all.
A recent basketball matchup between the Aces and Valkyries featured a controversial sequence that has sparked debate about officiating consistency. The incident involved physical contact between players that resulted in different penalties than similar situations involving other athletes. During the contest, tensions escalated when 2 players engaged in aggressive contact near the basket. The sequence began with one competitor delivering an elbow strike during rebounding action. This initial contact prompted an immediate response from the opposing player, who retaliated with a forceful shoulder check that sent the first player tumbling to the court surface.
Lloyd was retaliating here. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me scoot this over for y'all. You can see Jewel Lloyd. I mean, not Jewel Lloyd. You can see Asia Wilson like, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't do nothing. Don't do nothing. Yo, hey, Jewel Lloyd's ready to come back right at her, man. But I'm looking at it, and I'm like, wait a minute. This remind me of something, right? So let me go through it slowly first, and then I'm going to show y'all what it remind me of, right? So here it comes, boom, rebound. Now watch Jewel Lloyd elbow. She's about to get.
The responding player received a flagrant 2 penalty and immediate ejection from the competition. Officials determined the retaliatory contact warranted the most severe punishment available under league rules. The ejected athlete had to leave the venue immediately following the decision. However, observers have noted striking similarities to a previous incident involving a different player who received significantly lighter punishment for what appeared to be more severe contact. In that earlier situation, the offending player delivered a blindside hit that completely knocked down their opponent, who fell so hard they actually collided with a game official who attempted to break their fall.
Boom, rebound. Now watch Jewel Lloyd elbow. She's about to give her a little elbow. Whoop, right there, right? We saw the elbow. Then come on down. Salon. Get out of here, man. Get out of here. Oh, my goodness. I'm talking about shoulder throwing, elbow throwing, all that stuff going on right here, right? Now, like I stated, Salon got kicked out of the game, man. Flagrant 2 right out of the gate, right? Now to the clip that this remind me of, right?
The comparison has raised questions about officiating standards across different games and players. The earlier incident resulted in only a flagrant 1 penalty, despite appearing more dangerous and unprovoked. The victim in that case was clearly not expecting contact and was completely defenseless when struck. Basketball analysts have pointed out the inconsistency in these rulings. The recent ejection came from contact during active play where both athletes were engaged and competing for position.
That this remind me of, right? Don't we remember this? Don't we remember this right here, man? Ooh, I mean, trucked her like a lineman knocking over a blind side and a defensive back right here, man. Are we kidding? Look, she fell on the ref. Oh, my God. Look at, fell on the ref. Look, the ref was trying to catch her. She got knocked over so bad right here. That wasn't a flagrant 2. But the other one, this one was more vicious than the...
The earlier incident involved a player who was stationary and unaware of incoming contact, making it potentially more hazardous. The disparity has led to discussions about whether certain players receive preferential treatment from officials. Some observers suggest that established stars may benefit from more lenient officiating, while others face stricter enforcement of the rules. The physical nature of professional basketball means contact is inevitable, but the league must maintain consistent standards for player safety. When similar actions receive vastly different penalties, it undermines confidence in fair officiating across all competitions.
But the other one, this one was more vicious than the Salon one, in my opinion. The Salon one was just, she just ran into it like that. This one was, she wasn't even paying attention, fam. She wasn't even paying attention and full out just knocked her out, man. Knocked her clean on her booty cheeks. Come on, man. Cut it out. But this wasn't a flagrant 2. I don't know what's a flagrant 2, I don't know anymore. I don't know.
Team officials and players have expressed frustration with the unpredictable nature of these decisions. The lack of uniform enforcement makes it difficult for athletes to understand what level of physicality is acceptable during games. Many believe the league should establish clearer guidelines for flagrant fouls to eliminate confusion. If officials are attempting to reduce dangerous play, the standards must apply equally to all participants regardless of their status or team affiliation. The incident highlights ongoing concerns about officiating quality in professional women's basketball.
I don't know. What is a flagrant 2 in this league, man? Because there's no way this gets just a flagrant 1 where it looked like for real falling down. Now, you know, honestly, with the salon one, it looked like one of those moments where you might have a younger sibling, your younger sibling hitting you, but you hit them back, and then your parents actually see you hitting them back instead of the younger sibling hitting you. Yeah, that's what that looked like. That's what that looked like. Because Jewel Lloyd gave the ball.
Fans and players alike are calling for more consistent application of rules to ensure fair competition and player protection. The comparison between these two incidents demonstrates how similar actions can receive dramatically different consequences. One player continues competing while another watches from the sidelines, despite engaging in arguably less egregious behavior. Moving forward, the league faces pressure to address these inconsistencies and provide clearer explanations for officiating decisions. Transparency in rule enforcement would help restore confidence in the fairness of competition.
That's what that looked like. Because Jewel Lloyd gave the bow first, right? She gave the bow first. And then you had Salon kind of retaliating on that. Like, well, you take that with you, right? And then it looked like Jewel Lloyd might have sailed it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It looked like she kind of fell backwards. Like, trying to get the refs to call something because they were going back and forth. But this one, man, this is clean. Just, hey, I can't even see you. And there's no flop to this. I'm just getting knocked over, fam. I'm getting knocked over. Just knocked over.
The debate surrounding these incidents reflects broader concerns about how different players are treated by officials. Equal enforcement of safety rules is essential for maintaining the integrity of professional basketball at all levels. Without consistent standards, players cannot predict consequences for their actions, leading to confusion and potential safety risks. The league must prioritize uniform rule application to protect all athletes and preserve competitive balance. These contrasting outcomes serve as examples of why officiating consistency remains a critical issue requiring immediate attention from league leadership.
Knocked over, man. Come on, dog. What is a flagrant? What is a flagrant 2 in this league? I'm just trying to figure it out, man. I'm just trying. I don't want no problems, man. I don't want any problems. I'm just trying to figure it out, though. I promise y'all, man, I'm not trying to have any problems, all right? I'm just trying to figure it out, you know? Being a fan, I'm really trying to figure this out right now. What is the difference between the one on Caitlin and the one Salon did? What's the difference? Besides, somebody was standing.
Fair and predictable enforcement benefits everyone involved in the sport. Sophie Cunningham's recent performance showcases remarkable shooting excellence that has elevated her standing among elite WNBA marksmen. Her three-point shooting percentage of 41.6% for the current season places her within the top 20 performers league-wide, establishing her as an automatic scoring threat from beyond the arc. This level of accuracy, whether observed in professional basketball, college competition, or any basketball format, represents elite-tier marksmanship that commands defensive attention and strategic planning. Cunningham's shooting prowess extends beyond mere percentage statistics.
20 in the league for three-point percentages. Folks, over 40%, whether it's the WNBA, whether it's the NBA, college, that's considered automatic. That's considered shoot and don't even think twice about it, because more often than not percentage-wise, but you guys get it, it's going to go in. That is swing, Sophie Cunningham open, Sophie Cunningham with the defender draped on her. She's going to shoot the ball. And you have confidence that that shot is going to fall. And one thing that we love about Sophie Cunningham,
she demonstrates exceptional range and confidence, launching attempts even when defenders maintain close coverage or challenge her shots directly. This fearless approach to shot selection, combined with her technical precision, creates a dangerous offensive weapon that opposing teams struggle to contain effectively. Despite her outstanding individual performance, Cunningham often experiences limited involvement in offensive possessions. Observers frequently notice her positioning herself in optimal scoring locations while signaling for ball movement in her direction, only to watch opportunities pass by without receiving passes. This underutilization represents a missed opportunity for her team to maximize their offensive efficiency through one of their most reliable scoring options.
About Sophie Cunningham, she doesn't need to be wide open. There could be a hand in her face. There could be defense draped all over her. She's going to shoot it. She's going to continue to be aggressive. We also notice, unfortunately, she doesn't get the ball nearly as much as she possibly could or should get the ball standing in the corner, waving her arms, standing on the wing, waving her arms, sitting in catch and shoot. And she does get ignored. But even through all of that, Sophie Cunningham, 41.6% from.
The statistical breakdown reveals Cunningham's exceptional impact among high-volume shooters. Within the group of 20 leading three-point percentage performers, she stands among just 10 players who average 3 or more attempts per game. This distinction separates her from players who achieve high percentages on limited volume, demonstrating her ability to maintain accuracy while shouldering significant shooting responsibilities. Recent game performance data illustrates even more impressive trends. Over the past 10 contests, Cunningham has converted 52.2% of her three-point attempts while launching 4.6 shots per game from distance.
All of that, Sophie Cunningham, 41.6% from three so far this season. Of those 20 players, she is one of 10. So we can slice that in half. One of 10 players in the top 20 averaging 3 or more three-point field goal attempts per game. So this isn't a player that has a high percentage but only shoots 1 3-point attempt, 2 3-point attempts. Somebody who shoots a high percentage and shoots it at a high volume as well. Now this is where we get second to none territory.
This remarkable efficiency among players attempting 3 or more shots places her at the pinnacle of league performance during this time frame. Concurrent with Cunningham's individual excellence, the Indiana Fever compiled an 8-2 record throughout this 10-game stretch, establishing the league's best winning percentage during this period, spanning from July 11 through recent games. This success includes a current 3-game winning streak and represents a significant turnaround following earlier struggles that included consecutive losses to multiple opponents before the break. The Fever's offensive production during this period ranks among the top 3 teams league-wide in scoring average, trailing only the Los Angeles Sparks and Minnesota Lynx while surpassing the New York Liberty. Notably, the Liberty has experienced their own challenges, posting a 5-war record over a similar recent time frame despite their overall season success.
Over the last 10 games, Sophie Cunningham is shooting 52.2% from 3, on 4.63 field goal attempt, 4.6 3-point field goal attempts per game. Over that stretch, when we look at players that have shot 3 or more field goal attempts, she is first in the league in field goal percentage from downtown. Over the last 10 games, of all the players in the league that.
Looking ahead, questions emerge regarding how coaching staff will integrate returning players and maintain current offensive rhythm. The team's recent success raises uncertainty about whether they will revert to previous offensive schemes centered around pick-and-roll actions or continue evolving their current approach that has generated such positive results. Meanwhile, Satu Sabali's situation in Phoenix presents a stark contrast to Cunningham's success story. Following a benching for the entire second half of a recent game, where coaching staff cited insufficient energy and effort, Sabali subsequently missed additional time due to personal matters. This pattern follows concerning trends observed throughout the league regarding player availability and commitment.
Players in the league that average 3 or more three-point field goal attempts per game. Sophie Cunningham, she's shooting well above that, but she's leading the league with 52.2% from 3. And during that stretch, the Indiana Fever have an 8-2 win-loss record. During that 10-game stretch, that 8-2 win-loss record, folks, these are just the numbers. The best record in the league throughout.
The timing of these issues correlates directly with roster changes in Phoenix. Before Dana Bonner's arrival, the Mercury maintained strong performance with a 13-6 record and championship aspirations. However, since Bonner joined the team, Phoenix has struggled to a 4-5 record, coinciding with dramatic changes in team dynamics and individual player performance.
Folks, these are just the numbers. The best record in the league throughout that 10-game period. From July 11th to now, the Indiana Fever, being 8-2, have the best win-loss record in the league. We have a 3-game win streak with Caitlin Clark. The Connecticut Sun game, I believe there was 2 games prior to that. We lose back-to-back games against the Wings, the Sun. I forget what the third team was. We lose back-to-back games against the New York Liberty. One going into.
Following the roster addition, her production plummeted to 10 points and 3 rebounds per game, representing a stunning 50% decrease across major statistical categories. During games Sabally participated in following Bonner's arrival, the team posted a disappointing 1-4 record while her playing time decreased to just 21 minutes per contest. This combination of reduced individual production and team struggles suggests significant disruption to previously established chemistry and offensive systems. The decline appears linked to altered team dynamics following Bonner's integration.
New York Liberty, one going into the break, one coming out the break, and we roll off 5 straight victories as of lately. Indiana Fever, 8-2 during those 10 games. Another thing that surprised me, we are top 3 in points per game during those 10 games, trailing only the Los Angeles Sparks, who has been on a heater themselves, trailing the Minnesota Lynx, who just put up a massive number on the Las Vegas Aces, and slightly ahead of the New York Liberty. The New York Liberty, they have been going through
Previously strong on-court relationships and chemistry that had facilitated Sabally's success became disrupted as attention and leadership focus shifted elsewhere within the organization. This change affected not only passing patterns and shot distribution, but also rotation consistency and role clarity. As the trade deadline approaches on August 7th, Phoenix faces critical decisions regarding roster composition and team direction. The dramatic transformation from championship contender to struggling franchise in such a short time frame highlights the delicate nature of team chemistry and the potential consequences of significant roster changes during competitive seasons.
Of the New York Liberty. The New York Liberty, they have been going through some woes as well, but they turned it around over the weekend. They've only been 5-4 over this 9-game stretch of recent the New York Liberty has been seeing. Now, a question that me and Rudy posed on Sunday Night Heat. If you guys don't follow the other channel, Ben Daniel Podcast TV, shout out to the venue. Me and Rudy asked the question, how is Stephanie White going to reintegrate, reincorporate? How is this offense going to look? What are we going to take a step back? Are we going to...
The broader implications of recent player movement and trades reveal interesting outcomes across the league. Various players involved in previous transactions have found themselves on different teams or facing challenges with their current organizations. Meanwhile, teams like Indiana have benefited significantly from strategic acquisitions and player development. Cunningham's emergence as an elite shooter during this period demonstrates how individual excellence can coincide with team success when properly utilized and supported.